Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the OG's Power Hour. We got Johnny B in the house again, and he's in his house about to do his 10 or 9 a.m. push-ups for him because I'm gonna leave it later. Or no, 10 a.m.
In the Pacific Northwest, and we're doing push-ups, and we're going live, and we're getting ready for the Grow Up Conference. We're getting ready for the Canada Golf Classic. There's all kinds of shit. We got an event this weekend too, Ken, and you're gonna head to the next one, which is I don't even know right now. I'm doing push-ups.
Well, I'm just glad there's more events and more events and more events.
We're also doing squats too, guys. So we do 10 squats, we do 20 push-ups, we put ourselves in a peak state, we change our focus, we change our language, we change our physiology, we go, yes! Woo! So that's for Matt and everybody else out there. Let's keep growing, guys. Keep the inspiration going. Keep your pushing.
Well, exactly.
It takes all of like 42 seconds to change your life. Think about that. 42 seconds. I did 20 some odd push-ups. I did 10 squats. I feel fantastic. Mr. Toad came into play.
How you doing?
Every day and everywhere I get stronger and stronger, my friend. You look fantastic. I haven't seen you in a few months.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. You look like you're enjoying the vacation time you had off.
Oh man, it was kind of like it was kind of like a vacation.
I think you're telling everybody to go vote for you because you're up for influencer of the year.
Well, you know what? I want you to go vote. You don't have to vote for me, but vote.
Yeah,
vote. Just put your vote in. My dad called me, so he goes, "You gotta stop telling everybody to vote for Estacano." I'm excited.
Well, and you are one hell of an influencer, my friend.
You guys influence me. You're the influencers. I do this because I love you guys.
Yeah. Well, and it's that love that really shows, John, in all the videos that you've made over the years. You're doing your push-up challenge. And like I call this show Positive Vibes because that's really what it's all about. It's that positivity that you show every day to people that really changes their lives, gets them motivated to move forward. Like Mr. Toad knows all about that because, he started doing push-ups, watching you doing them, and it has changed Tony's life as well.
Just got to start moving.
It's all about
it helps. It helps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, John, what are you watching there, man? I'm hearing it coming
through. I'm posting my push-up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Got to pick the right song too for the push-ups.
No, it was me talking this time. Remember?
Yep. Well, and we can't allow you to forget posting your push-ups because, the chat will go, John, why haven't I seen it on IG yet? You were supposed to post your push-ups.
Guess what? You guys got to start doing it yourself. This is something I love doing. I guess I'm committed to it. I made a decision. I made a focus. I discipline myself every day. I get out of bed at 4 or 5 a.m. I go for a morning walk. I do 20 push-ups every 2. Actually, I've been doing like 30 at 10, 12, 2, and 4. I did 42 the other day again, so I keep pushing. You know what? It's just stepping up. How about this? Throwing my kayak in the water after 35 years and going for a kayak.
Sweet.
Never thought I could do it after that dump truck accident in 91. I really put a lot of limiting beliefs in the fall of 20 feet into concrete, break my neck in 4 places, you know, and T-bone at 80K and all these little, these limiting beliefs that I couldn't do it because of what had happened. I look at Mr. Toad and what he does every day. And he never thought he could do what he could do. It was a limiting belief. And look at you go, brother. Look at you go.
They tried to talk me into that nonsense. And it's easy to do it when they start pumping you full of those medications that are, I call the doorway to pity. It's like that. They open the lock and you just start feasting off the pity that you have for yourself instead of trying to fucking realize that positive steps forward feel so much better than taking 2 steps back every time. And
Yeah.
I just couldn't handle the doctors telling me all the time I wasn't going to do this. You're not going to do that. Get used to this. And it's like, well, you guys got to get used to, I can't do that. I'd rather be dead. Like, let me go die trying instead of just slipping through the crack. Fuck that. I can't. It is not inside of me. I just couldn't
You
do
have
it.
to live your life.
And I think as humans, it's in all of us to be the same way. You just need to find the correct group of people or one person that pushes you in that direction instead of people that surround you with the whole fucking hotel of pity. Like, you can pick a door, my friend, come with me. No, fuck that. I'd rather have the narrowest needle eye to fit through of positivity than a bunch of just fucking hallways to pity, man. I just can't take it. It's always gonna swallow you whole. Man, you got to try to find the light, no matter how dark it is, all the time. If you can't do it, there's someone out there that'll help you. Like Ken said with the push-ups, they told me I couldn't do them. I tried, and I was still in that mindset of I can't. That's too much physical pain. I can't. But at the time, I literally couldn't because of my physical abilities. But over the year of me doing every fucking thing without a break, I didn't realize it became something easy without trying again. And I wasn't in the mindset to ever try again because I failed the first time.
Yeah.
Because I failed the first time, and if I would have lived off of that, is why I would have been a failure. It's the fact that I said, you know what? That first failure was just the step to challenge myself to make sure I don't stay a failure. And I've seen John doing shit after the story he's told and the multiple injuries he's had. And even though they're not the same, I know injuries, and it doesn't matter if they're the same. It matters what they connect emotionally inside of you and what they stop. Like, I didn't just lose a leg and I can't find my knee. Like, I lost the ability to remember positivity and what moving forward was about. And I got down on the ground and did 3 fucking push-ups on the ground when before I couldn't do them on my desk. And that turned into being able to do 20 of them, doing clap-ups and shit. Like, things I could not do and was told I'd never do, I became able to do because of the challenge and the respect of giving myself that from someone who found it in themselves. I couldn't find it in me. I had to see it in someone else that also lost it and decided I'm not going to leave it there on the ground with my blood and my skin. That shit grows back, but the damage inside we never think about. Like, we can't bandage that shit up, and the bandage is positivity. And that's what happened. Like, I seen him doing that shit, and I see it in other people, and I try to share it every day when I have a chance, because somebody's out there in a worse condition than me, or maybe not even as bad, but they feel that it is. And if I show that it's not, they have the ability to go, fucking, just maybe I'm gonna try one more time. And that's all that matters.
And it's that keep trying attitude that, you know, we all have to develop, right, John?
I just want to acknowledge you, Mr. Like, awesome, brother. You know what? Right from the heart there. It's beautiful.
It's true.
It's beautiful to see what you do for others, man. What you have done, and you are my hero. Of you truly. When you started doing your push-ups, dude, you fucking gave me a tear. Excuse my language. I loved it. I was like, yes. And then seeing what you've done for your genetics and breathing for pain and helping other people with the one-hit quitter and all of those beautiful things that you've been doing, like, it's a blessing to be a part of a community that really wants to learn and be creative and grow forward and be there for others, right? We're grateful. We smile. We follow our dreams. We step into our own unique identity because we are who we are. We cannot be anybody else. You are who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Be that heroic, unique identity of who you become and where you're going. Because guess what? These disabilities, these injuries gave us what? Strength, right? Strong people
I'm a better person than I was before. I'm stronger mentally and physically, everything. Like, I have a limp, and that's it. And that's about all. Like, I've had twisted ankles before that put me down just as bad as this. It was the mindset that was the crippling part. Right? When they call you crippled and shit or something, it's something that you can only put on yourself because you allow it to do that to you physically and emotionally. It's not just a physical thing. Crippling is a whole system. It's systemic.
Secret sauce. Problems make us grow.
Yeah.
You're not unique. Human beings, we run patterns. Break the patterns of true transformation, right? Freedom.
And we knew them as kids. We didn't know what failure was. Like as a child, when we saw the couch, we challenged ourselves to climb on top of it, right? And we wouldn't quit till we did. Well, first we could crawl, and we saw everyone walking, and like, we're gonna do that shit too. We didn't know what no was. As we get older, no becomes part of our psyche and shit. And the more it's the lock that keeps you from going through stuff, the more you're gonna fail. And until you realize that and understand that you can control that key, that's everything. It does, like, everyone's different too, but there's a key to getting you through whatever holding you back. Sometimes you got to face it. Sometimes you just got to quit challenging yourself to it at the moment. Come back to it later because you might have a different mindset. Like there's different things, but we can get through this stuff sometimes by ourselves, but usually it takes together. Like the challenge of John's own push-ups is what made me decide to challenge myself again, because I never was like, fuck that, I can't. In sports, in school, and anything, if someone else could do it, I know I could do it too. Even if I couldn't do as great as them, I could do it. And if I couldn't do it at first, I was like, well, this is some bullshit. Ain't no way that shit's beating me. That was always my mindset. And the doctors and the pills are what talked me into you aren't, you can't, you won't. And I almost let it happen. And I can see how a lot of people have it happen to them. But it takes seeing it the other way to realize that what they're telling you isn't the way.
And there's Morpheus, one of the stars of the show, you know, wandering around while John's getting his bong ready there.
Check this out. It's got a little grinder, and it's perfect for filling up your bong here like this.
Christopher Guerrero, if you're watching, there's another thing for you, my friend.
Cactus cutter. So check this out. It gets a nice fine, medium fine grind. It actually fits perfectly in my bong. Morpheus was like, Dad, you got to do it, Don. See that?
Okay, let me bring that up, John. Yeah.
So it's called the Cactus Cutter. I think it's pretty cool. Someone sent this to me. Check it out.
Cool.
Crazy.
And yeah, it grinds up and perfect for filling. Like,
well, you're not worrying about spilling it all over the place. You just throw her in there, grind her up, put it in your bong, you're good to go.
Grab your toker poker.
So you have that on the kayak with you, John, you know, so you didn't spill it into the water?
Of course. And now I'm smoking some of this Woody Nelson, and this is the Rainbow Driver.
Cool.
I got this at the Unicorn Cup, actually. Second place winner. And then Kevin Royal Gold was first place winner. Stopped by yesterday. We were chatting, going over things. It was an honor to be here. He called me. He's like, dude, it's just an honor to know you. And he's just such a blessing human being, and his story and how far he's came and where he's going is just blessed with just. I fought for this right here to get good legal weed so I could go and purchase something or get something that was properly grown, bug-free, pesticide-free, no chemicals, clean, fresh. It's got a Bovac in the bottom to keep it fresh, of course. Yes. It's a win for everybody. But you can go and grab your jar of weed, grab your cactus cutter. You can't use your hands. You can use this. You can light up. Yes, my bongs are always dirty. Believe it, I cleaned this 2 days ago.
That's because you use it so much. Now, Peter Cactus wants to know, how's that Willie smoke? Tasty.
Oh, tasty. Rainbow Driver. And I remember this because I smoked a lot of Vam Spans Rainbow Driver. Bubble hash. I mean, rosin that he had was so tasty. There you guys go. Woody Nelson, second place winner at the Rosebud Bowl at Unicorn Cup. So it was a Rosebud Bowl. Yes. I get the joy of tasting all of this good fine weed with all those local stores. I went to the Sticks and Stones when I was up in oh man, I was everywhere. I've been gone for haven't seen you guys. When Kelowna, went up there, we went to on the cusp. No, not the cusp. I want to go to the cusp. I'm trying to Thelmo. Went to Thelmo, BC. I'm drawing a complete blank. Someone's got to help me out here. Forgot where I
Well,
went.
you went to Selmo for the Rosebud Bowl, or the music festival, Unicorn Music Festival in Rosebud Bowl.
I went to Selmo with the Dandy Fine and for Stick and Stone with Dennis Schaefer was one of the most. I love the guy, and he's part of the RRCBC, which is retail cannabis. You got to look this stuff up, guys. Like I have all these things, but my brain sometimes doesn't properly connect, as you all know.
Yeah, I was stoned and I missed it. That's my excuse most of the time. Yeah,
it was pretty cool. The honky tonk was a lot of fun. It was really bringing the community. It wasn't really about cannabis, but it was being held by the main guy, Dennis Schaefer, who owns Stick and Stone, and he's really part of the community. And it's just a really genuine stand-up dude. We did built a slip and slide. We're talking like a redneck slip and slide. It was amazing. I had such a great time. 3 days dedication to slip and slide a few times. Wow. What a lot of fun. Was up there with Camport, Brittany, with just all of you guys. Like it was such an amazing, really just to see how people can just have fun. Come together and they love to do. It was truly an event that I can't wait for next year because I'll be gone. Yeah.
Cool.
Next year. And definitely Unicorn Cup. See you next year. And the new events coming up right now. So we have Canada Golf Classic happening like tomorrow. So I'll be on the boat cruise signing books. So I'll have a little podium up there. So Jan's blessed to be there. And I'll be representing Bovita, of course. So we're out there, keeping it fresh. And that's what I love about this is even when at Unicorn Cup, talk about Bovita and I open up the jars and wait, what's in there? Something keeping it fresh. Standardization. It's not standardization, it's called grading system. And looking at how we can grade cannabis by its water activity. And take a look at how water plays a key role.
Yeah.
And we gotta look at 3 types of water, guys. There's relative humidity in the air. There's moisture in your container and the soil here. And then there's water activity inside the jar to keep it fresh. And really understanding the 3 parts of water and how water plays a key role in our flow in life. It's just such a crucial thing that they've never really educated or talked about. And they do it with everything in life. So when we go back to where water is and how water really reacts, did you know that your heart is 71% water? Okay? Did you guys know that your brain, you get brain fog, you're not thinking properly? Have a glass of water because your brain is 73% water. Once again, your brain is 73% water. So you're having a little bit of brain fog, drink some water. Water up. So I'm in the Tony's world. Always have a glass of water because you are water. Your muscles and tendons are 78% water. You got sore muscles? Drink some water. Really, you got to drink. You're working out. Your muscles get sore. You got to drink water. That's why you see weightlifters with a ton of water. Water is your flow, guys. It's the key. You know when you can't breathe? Because your lungs are 84% water. So when you're on those big forest fires, you can't breathe because your lungs are getting full of smoke and there's not really humidity in the air. You need to drink water. This is where we have problems, right? Your lungs are 84% water. Remember that. Everything is water. Yes, your skin. 63% water. Go figure.
And water has memory too, and that's a very good point.
Water is your memory. Water is your flow. Old people, you guys got to start drinking coffee, drink water because your bones are 31% water, okay? Your bones are 31% water. Mother Earth is 83% water. You know why? Because you're a walking saline solution walking around Mother Earth. You're water walking around in the flow of water. The world is full of water. Water is the flow. Water what keeps us fresh, but they don't explain. They just want to keep cannabis dry in a container. Wrong, guys. You got to control the water activity. You got to understand water activity. You got to understand relative humidity. You got to understand moisture. I'll be giving a presentation on that this weekend on the 26th at the North Vancouver event going on, and it's being held by Tyler Atkins, and it's going to be held at the I'm going to remember all this stuff, guys, because John's really starting to try to remember. It's at the Shipyard. The Shipyard is happening. It's on a Saturday. So please just address that. It's going to be an awesome place, North Vancouver. It's going to be an all-day event. There'll be a panel. I'll be on a panel. They're going to have a couple webinars. We'll be talking. It'll just be an all-around great event. It's going to be for all the store owners and bud tenders and stuff. So connecting the community. And this is what we're doing. Connecting community with you and us. Getting together and just really thriving in today's industry and understanding cannabis medicine. We can't say medicine, but guess what? I can say it all day long because I'm a fighting force of this plant. You know, how much did it save me? How much I put my kayak in the water, went out in the middle of the water, got out my meditainer, raised the fatty. I haven't showed that video yet. You'll see it someday soon.
Cool.
It's just really being able to embrace where we are. And being able to use this plant, and now that we have it legalized, and now we can start educating the masses and bringing people to light of how efficacious this plant truly is. It's a fuel, it's a food, it's a fiber, and it's our medicine. Wow, look at how much this plant can truly do for Mother Earth and for you. Can we just stand up and say freedom and have a bong rip? Because that's what it's about, right? Come on, get up with me. Everybody stand up.
Oh, all right.
All right. I know. Joe's not standing up, but he is raising his left hand and with a joint.
Well, and Hetty Martin is saying the North Vancouver Cannabis Education Expo takes place from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday, August 26th. So there you go. And don't forget, we actually have the shipyard, or not the shipyard, spiritual plant medicine conference. So psilocybin mushrooms, and that's in Vancouver in November.
Sweet. Hopefully it's on my birthday.
Let's see, November 3rd through 5th.
No.
It's a 3-day event. And actually, we have Mark Karen on tonight. At 6 p.m. Pacific, and he's going to join us to talk about it.
That's beautiful. I need some weed.
You need some weed. John, just go under the counter, open a drawer over there in the kitchen. You're going to find lots of weed, man. Bag upon bag upon bag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that 8-month cure of this really dry ass weed that's so fresh.
8-month cure of dry ass weed. What?
I know. Oh, it's getting a little dry. It used to be really sticky together, but
yeah, that's your Medi Kush, right?
Of course.
Yeah. And I love to see it just sticking together like that. Still, those trichomes just gluing themselves together.
As I just roll it into a big ball.
Well, yeah, you could just throw that on the fire and just smoke everybody out at one of the events, Did
I take a bud out to smoke? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. Did you? You reached in, grabbed a big handful, so. Tony, what are you smoking on over there, bro? Oh, no, you're on mute, man. Or your mic shut off.
I've been dabbing, so I've been smoking some of this stuff here.
Oh, if anybody out there needs a link to any women out there, there's going to be an event.
And I've been smoking some of this GMO right here.
Okay.
I'm a
Cool.
GMO.
And what else do I got here? I can't remember the name of this one. They didn't put the tag on there, but this one, even though it's darker, is nice. Tastes killer.
Cool. So what were you saying about a link there, John? Oh, sorry, Tony. John was saying something about a link to something.
Peanut butter bread.
I forgot.
Gooey.
Gotta love it when gooey. I actually had somebody hand me some honey oil, which I haven't seen since the 80s. This past weekend, a guy in Alberta here is making it, which will be really, really nice. Yeah, it's wonderful going to all these events, guys, and meeting the community and coming together with the understanding of growing and, not being a bunch of stoners, but being, out there and we all have minds in using them. People have the stigma that we're all just a bunch of nut bars, and we're not. You know, there's so much more to this community than meets the eye.
Nut bars. Just some people that are able to stand up for what they believe in. Never give up, surrender on what is most important to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're there not just for yourself, but you're there for others, and you're really trying to, like, you know, show how efficacious something is. It's really what Paul. I'm sitting here looking at Paul, you know, Dr. Hornby. You grow in peace. You know, I remember I always say, you know, we got to be able to grow in peace. And we're in a part in life right now we can grow in peace, right? In this peace, we'll be able to know that we have legalization, but the rest of the world needs legalization. The rest of the world needs our help. And I always call it the dream team, green team here in Canada can make such an amazing impact on the rest of the world by just voicing of what we truly been able to accomplish as in a team, as in unity, as in one, is what we're moving forward. Like Jason said, Will Cox, rest in peace, my brother. You're right. You know, people by numbers change governments, guys. People by number change governments. And what we're doing right now is making a change for this world. As Germany, as South Africa, Mexico, all of these countries are looking at legal. Thailand, of course, is now legal, right? So you got to think what's going on there. And how much it's actually changing this world and how it's giving back the people a plant, which is giving us fuel, food, fiber, medicine, and jobs. Big thing right now, jobs. Being able to work, being able to actually go and work with the plant and utilizing the plant for all the different extractions and everything we can do with it. We can use every part of this plant, from the seed to the microgreens to day 10, to like all these different parts of this plant is being utilized right now in so many different ways. Because the hemp plant in its own itself, I mean, the amount of what we're doing with hemp concrete, with hemp protein, right? With hemp oils. Hemp clothing. I'm not wearing hemp clothing right now. I think that's prices will come down too.
Well, and actually, I learned this weekend there's a hemp manufacturer in Alberta now for textiles, for clothing. And that's, I think, one of the first in Canada.
I thought there was one. They had the hemp sales car being made in Alberta years ago, like 15. It was a hemp car they made out of that.
Okay, remember? I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah, that was. I've done tons of research on this, so yeah, that was going back a decade ago. They had the body panels were made out of hemp.
Cool.
And that was also in Alberta. You also had Manitoba Hemp Harvest that was created with Marcus Richardson and a few other people back in like the late 80s, early 90s. So hemp is, and then you got Hugh. Hugh had the hemp separating seed place there in Saskatchewan with Jay Green. Jay Green was a huge hemp farmer who now works for Canopy Growth in their hemp division. So that's based out of Saskatchewan and stuff like that. So, you know, there's been lots going on with hemp, a ton of it, which is really good. It's not really that much in the mainstream where it should be, where we now have, you know, where cotton was the big thing, right? So
yeah.
And John, Mr. Toad, what's going on, Canflix? So it's really looking at the industry, guys, and seeing how far we've come. So now where are we going? Where is the industry going? So we need more information. We need more growth. We're starting to separate these cannabinoids and really truly breaking down what this plant can actually do. We're looking at how efficacious it truly is. We're looking at nutritional factors right now is going to be a key thing because we know the hemp protein and the hemp seed is more nutrition than we have in omega-3, 6s, and 9s and your fish oils and stuff like that. Understand how efficacious that seed is and how great it is. You should be putting it on your salads. And I don't do it as much as I should, but it should be offered more for the people as in its ability to heal.
Yeah. What do you got there, Tony?
Oh, this is the oil I make. I've been making this for like 20 years. It's an infused hot rock oil that's made for like massages, for real. Yeah, if you go to a masseuse and they're willing to use something, a product like this will change your life. I'm telling you.
Yes.
This works so great.
This is what we're talking about. It's one thing I want to bring up that I did with Camport and talking about actually being able to actually facilitate by actually offering these type of infusions, because they're all legal in Canada at these facilities, at these spas. Yeah. Why can't we be giving out samples and giving people massages with these type of products and really being able to give them the relief that they're truly looking for? So we should be holding events at old age homes and giving them sampling at old age homes and giving people massages with these oils, and finding a team of people actually being able to help people who are going through those conditions. For people with cancer and stuff like that, or they're a disability, I already know I have like 15 different kind of ointments, from Horatio's LHOs, from the stuff for transdermal creams, from Mr. Cookies, MJM creams, from Moto creams, from barely. Yeah, there was Bare Organics. There's just so many, from Seed Avant. Like, wow, I got so much. You know why? Because it works, guys.
Yes.
It worked, from bath bombs to topicals to oils to butters to smoking to bongs to dab rigs to all of these little things that are just being given to us as products in order to consume, as a way of being able to create a new type of economy, the economy of hemp, the economy of cannabis.
Well, you look at that grinder, John, that's perfect for people, you know, up in their 70s and 80s that don't have good use of their hands.
You can't, and this is a plug-in, right? USB, you just plug it in. It takes a small amount. It's not a big, it's not like this, doesn't put a lot of weed in there. It is a little messy, I'll have to say. That's where they have, this is fun. So it makes a little bit of a mess, right?
Right.
Do this here, guys. So what they give you, which is pretty cute, they give you a little dustpan and a broom.
Oh, cool. Kind of like it's for shaving, you know.
All right. There you go. Put this. It does make, like I said, it's not the cleanest. It's good for here, for putting in the bomb. But I'm gonna. Well, it rolls. I laughed when I pulled it out. I was like, okay.
It's gonna roll away on me.
Lucky I just cleaned up my kitchen, because this actually had plants on it and bags of tea for the last, I don't know, since I bought my house.
Well, I know every time I've been at your house, it's been covered in plants, right?
Yeah, I bought it in 2012.
Yeah,
it's from 1967. So, you happen to be in BC and you're driving down Marshall Road. Yeah. Ken, are you going to be here next weekend? You will be, won't you?
Yeah. I'm coming down for pot fights.
So when are you showing up?
Let me check my calendar. Let's see. I should be showing up probably on the 31st, because pot fights is on the 1st.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
The 31st, and the 1st will be Saturday.
Yeah.
No, the 2nd will be Saturday. So Saturday, doing a swap meet. I'm doing a garage sale. You can help.
Well, there you go. You're gonna have to let Lily know that, because she's got the chains on pretty tight. She likes me to be home, you know. She likes cuddles. I don't know why.
Let her know right now to all the caller downstairs. Say John's doing I'm gonna be selling. I got a lot of industry clothes and concert shirts. I got a box of concert shirts over the last 30, 40 years. And some of these concert shirts, I know, I was looking at some, I went to a vintage store and they're selling for like 80, 90 bucks. I'm like, I have those. I have them like brand new.
Yep. Now, Lily does want to know if you enjoyed your oatmeal cookies at the Unicorn.
Well, everybody did. Thank you very much, Lily. Appreciate you. And you already know that I want Ken to do them swap meet on the 2nd. So.
Okay, honey. Well, and see, I didn't have to ask her, John. You just asked her for me, and she's not going to say no to her favorite John.
I was going to do it yesterday, but with the smoke, it was so bad and glary out here. I was getting ready to put out a bunch of the old screws and everything of being the glazer. So all the old tools and stuff like that. There's just so much. I got LED lights. I got extraction equipment.
So anybody that wants to start growing and you're down in Abbotsford, you got to head over to John's place next Saturday.
a lot of good growing equipment. I was going to sell the kayak and I threw it in the water. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I was going to sell the Argo, but I'm not doing that because I can use that too. So those are the things I'm keeping.
Okay.
So the Argo's pulled out right now. I'm cleaning up and redoing the tracks. I've polished the whole thing so it's all waxed up pretty nice thing. And I buy another trailer for it and go in the wintertime.
Well, Argos are so much fun to play with, you know.
Camp, it's fishing season, so it's time to it's time to go fishing. People like camping in the summer. I like fishing in the fall.
Mm-hmm. You do much for ice fishing, John?
I haven't done any ice fishing.
Okay, well, you know, maybe you'll have to come out to Alberta and I'll have to take you out ice fishing, but it's quite enjoyable because you can lay on the ice and look down and see the fish down in the water wandering by your hook, and you're going, come on, bite already, bite. So, Tony, do you do any fishing, brother, or have you done fishing in the past? Oh, you're on mute again, man.
I'm not much of a fisherman myself, man.
Yeah,
but we do got killer spots out here. Almost everybody I know fishes out here.
All right, on.
You don't fish.
What'd you say, John?
Eat fish, so I don't have a yearning to go out and fish. It just feels
so
like
my first thing that started fishing, which with me, if you don't mind, can I share a story about my fishing experience?
Yeah, man, no problem. Like the only time I ever fished was with my grandfather when he's alive, and that's it.
So I've done a lot of fishing when I was younger, when I was a kid. Like I was fishing at the age of 3. I was fishing in the park. I grew up in Anmore, so I grew up near ponds and Bunsen Lake, and I grew up on the back of a mountain. My backyard was 10,000 acres of just go. So John's childhood was the bushes and fishing.
Yeah.
And that will speed up to what got me back into fishing in 2010, because I had fallen 20 feet of concrete in 2005 and going through all my recoveries. And I just had to get, I'd be real with you guys, got married 2011, was going through a divorce, and I had to do something, and I couldn't do anything because I had surgery. They took up my C4, C5. I mean, before that, they had just done other surgery. This was before this. So I had surgery. I was unable to do a lot of things. And I'm like, I'm going to go fishing because I haven't gone fishing since I was a kid. Go back to your childhood. Go back to when you were a teenager. You really want to find out who you truly are. What did you do when you were a teenager? Go back to your teenage you. And I did. I went and bought the lightest fishing rod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a pull. I bought the lightest. I found the lightest reel because I couldn't even pull a band. Okay, yeah. I bought the lightest fishing rod, and that's another story. But the lightest fishing reel, and I went down to the dock because I wasn't able to go down to a river or anything like that. And I went down lock at Mill Lake here in Abbotsford, and I got to Mill Lake, and I got the bobber on there, and people were using salmon roe, and everybody had the little thing there, and I threw that thing out there, and I caught a fish, and boy. I spent almost every day going down Monday through Friday between 6 and 7 a.m., like my morning routine that I do with my morning walks. And it was part of that daily routine, that discipline that I could start doing it. Next thing you know, I was going and bouncing on the Fraser River, pulling out sockeye salmon and stuff like that. We were just killing it. And I was fishing for pinks on the river, 2012. Like all of a sudden, I started fishing like crazy. It was a limiting belief I thought I couldn't do, right? Yeah. Now you can't bottom bounce legally anymore because it's taken away because of all the poaching, what's going on. So I had that experience. I go back to that, just the amazingness. Now the next one was putting the kayak in the water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I think the next one was jumping off the cliff and the bungee jumping in Africa.
The Gorge?
Yeah. That was a limiting belief that you kicked the shit out of, brother.
I never, ever believed I would ever be able to do anything that I did when I went to Africa. And because of my the peer group of people I was with, and just them telling me, I told them I was not going to do it. And then them driving me right there and saying, well, this is what's going on, John. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm like, well, that's never going to happen because John is going to do it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's where Tony in the push-ups, it was a limiting belief that he conquered. Oh, let me bring it up. Yeah.
So there's John. I did, and now they moved me forward a few times, and I kept doing. I said, I'm doing head first, okay. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do push-ups going in to the Zambaya Gorge, overlooking the Zambaya Falls. Boom, there he goes, and you can see I pop up down there sooner or later. I just start swimming away. You know what? It was one of the most amazing experiences. There I am. Woo!
Yeah.
That was just amazing, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for allowing me to share something that you can do it. I can tell you, if I can do something like this, if I can do it, Mr. Toad, what he's doing and stuff like that, what's stopping you guys from doing what you love to do so much? Yeah. Right? So this was my limiting belief, but that is my neck.
Ouch. Yeah.
Right? And they rebuilt the arm and the back. Never give up on who you can become. Never give up on what you can do. Because I know all of you out there can see more of what you can become. Future pace where you're going to go. Like now I'm going to be racing a kayak. My dad built that one, by the way. He goes, no, that's the one I built. Pretty good. No signatures on that. We have to check inside of it. So it was pretty cool to even see that. So that was pretty cool. Thank you guys for allowing me to just share that awesomeness with you. It was kind of fun. Now tell me more about what you got growing on. You know, what's your limiting belief that you're going to break through right now? What is something that you figure you could not do, but now I believe you can do it? I want to see it in the chats. I want to see I don't even know how the chat's going on here. What's up? There you guys go. It's all good. So
there's so many people that have limiting beliefs and believe they can't do. Like both you and Tony got out of bed because of the cannabis plant.
Right there.
Going, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah.
Appreciate you. You know what? A lot of things that I felt that I was unable to do, I started pushing through those limiting beliefs. Why? Daily discipline, morning routine, standing up for oneself, really looking into your own heroic, unique identity, who you are. Don't try to be someone else. Be the best of you. Be the best of who you are.
Yeah.
Because being someone else is not being you, is it?
That's
right.
And
you can't be somebody else. You can only be you.
And you're the only one in control of how you think and what you do. Don't let anybody else control you. So you're in control yourself.
What is your belief behind what you're growing and what you can't grow, what you can do? I have a lot of limiting beliefs that I figure I could not do. And I can tell you right now, I can do it. It's called choice.
Yep.
Decide. Break through that next little limiting belief that figured with. I don't have to grow anymore.
No.
I choose to grow when I want to.
Yep.
Before it was nothing but a necessity. I had to grow.
You needed your medicine.
There was no choice. No one was giving me what I needed for what I was going through. And today, you guys, the team, have put it together that we now can access what we truly need here in Canada. And I know the U.S., there's lots of places that are accessible now. I mean, the way the U.S. is moving forward, stuff like that. Now, what we're looking at the rest of the world and understanding that, you know, like the limited belief that we can what we can. So where your country is, what can we do? How can we help? Where's that fighting force? Because people by number change governments, and we are changing governments because we are the fighting voice.
Yeah.
So here we are as we stand, as we have all different groups of people creating more of a team, from the bud tenders, from the store owners, from the growers to the companies and the owners, from the messengers like myself, from the biology guys, from the genetic guy, all about the biology as that just pops up there. There's so much going on in this industry that we can actually really take a look at it and how we can help each other to move it. Save the terps.
Yep.
Save those terps.
And it's all about the terps because that's what's really affecting our bodies. So we want to save the terps. That's where, John, you were talking about Bovita and how important that moisture content is for the cannabis to save those terps.
Water, kidney, moisture, relative humidity. Here's John popping more seeds. More Medi Kush going down.
Cool.
They're just calling because I'm just giving them away now, right? So I don't do it. Now they're sinking. Now it's 24 hours. I put them in yesterday. All three sunk. That means you got water in them now. They're not floating anymore. So this is just how I actually grow. I've been doing this for decades, guys, like 30 some odd years. So this is how I put them in water. I let them soak. They fall. Then the next day I pour them into a paper towel method. And then from there, the sprout comes out. I grab the tweezers. I put them into the soil. Next step. Well, I'll show you all these next steps because we've got all different steps going on. And what I'm doing here right now is I'm creating what I need to create within my own home, within my own space, by looking at how we can come into food shortages, looking at what's going on about what's going to be going on with food in this world. We got to start growing our own. So there's my 4.
Yeah.
3 phenos. You got Medi Kush. You got Medi Lights. You got all the Medis there. And those are going to go upstairs into the biology room where Ken's going to be standing.
Yeah. And you got just the one grow tent up there. And you were kicking butt there the last time you had it going. And then you had somebody come over and you were kicking yourself for IPM issues, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, we Monty came upstairs and keep people out of your garden.
Yeah.
So as we I've been working on all the Metallica shirts over the years.
Cool. And those are going to be for sale next weekend.
No.
Oh, man.
Our Metallica shirts are not for sale. Those will go on the wall.
Okay,
so we got the wick system, 4-plant wick system, which we're using the life space wick system. We got LEDs in here right now. We're using Spider, Vector Spider. Also got Mars Hydro bars down here. The Alias LEDs do not fit in here. They're too big. They're a commercial light. Alias is a commercial light. So a lot of people go, I can't. Oh, I'm not. I have the Alias LED light sticks though for cloning. So those are all in there, of course.
Yeah, the little sticks.
This is going to be my Metallica room. This will be my grow room of 4. I'll keep 4 plants growing, and I'll probably do that in the fall for my Medi Kush, for my Christmas Kush. So you'll see that go down. There's 4 growing right now from seed. That's the feminized line. Those will go down October, November, crop for December, cure it up, and I'll have a nice little, I still have the weed that I was doing from the last cure is still in the box outside. So maybe I'll do a little video on curing up that box and trimming that up here today or tomorrow. I should do that. It's been a few months. So I'm a cure guy that always waits a few months.
Yeah.
I know how my weed tastes. In 3 months is when the flavor comes out. We found some outdoor weed that I grew a couple years ago in a box outside. Yesterday, it was in a video. I think I did a live smoking it. It was tasty.
Cool.
Hey, leave it there. It was tasty. It was like, wow, a couple of years old in a cardboard box. And it was from the fridge that I bought. And it was in a fridge box and it was squished and it was shoved between some plywood out back. We pulled out this box because I was looking for a place for the guinea pigs. Yeah. Because of course, the rescue and being able to actually be there for the animals and for people is most important. So anybody who's in Kelowna, anybody who needs help, make sure you reach out. I've messaged a bunch of friends who live in Kelowna to make sure they were safe and where the fires are. So let's create a little moment here, guys, right now for all those fires that are happening in Hawaii, that are happening, the Yukon Northwest Territories are happening here and all over the world. I think we just give a moment of just a little bit of, share that love, give that energy to help. Because that's one thing we can do is energy is where we can go. So let's give a moment and just take some time and give them some help, guys. Give them some faith and say, we're here for you.
Yeah, and give it from the heart. Give that energy for strength and for everything that's happening to them, and that they can rebuild and everybody's safe.
Yeah. And that's all it takes is just for that 1 second to appreciate someone else's world and be grateful for where you have right now and where you are. Because no matter where you are, there's always someone else that is suffering, and we can be there for someone who's suffering. So when you think you're suffering, go help someone who is in need. Take your right out of that. It'll make you feel more loved and sending love. Thank you, Lil.
Yeah.
That's one thing about life is we can always grow forward. And that's one thing the plant gives us. It gives us growth. Growth that we will contribute, going right into those 6 human needs because it gives me certainty 100%. You
Well,
know,
exactly.
you know,
And it's the community, the caring and sharing in community.
Well, it's definitely community driven. Morpheus once he's like,
So we do have a question for you guys. To feminize seeds, do you use colloidal silver? So who uses it and who doesn't use it? Are you rebreeding back feminized to feminized?
I use a silver thiosulfate solution. It's a smaller particle. It works way more efficient. Colloidal silver is it's not as effective. So,
Okay. And where would you get that, Tony?
I make it.
You make it. Okay.
I make it, but there's multiple companies that sell it out there. There's Hive Tech. There's what's the other company? There's Hive Tech. I've used Hive Tech's. Riot Seeds makes one. It's easy to make it though. For the price you buy one bottle, you could make STS for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're in Canada, 710 Canuck, I got a couple bottles out here. He did my reversal for me and stuff like that, just because where I was, and I wanted to work with him actually.
Cool.
He sent me everything, and I was like, you know what? In order to do something big, you need a team in order to make something unique. You can't do everything on your own. And when you start realizing where you are in your life cycle and where we are as in humanity to be able to go forward, we got to remember that we got to pass on that information and that knowledge and be able to actually share the experience with others so they can actually truly be able to appreciate and be able to take it to that next level where you couldn't. Yeah. Because guess what? Someone's going to take a little bit farther than you were. And that's what that information gate hole is. It's called the universal feed that we can feed into the universe and take from the universe. The universe is there for you to learn and to give and to share. Flash floods in Cali are really bad. You know what? The flash floods and everything that's going on in this world, it's really, we are one, so we can all, it wasn't like we were back 100 years ago where there wasn't too much information what's going on. But as the world is progressively moving quicker and faster, especially with artificial intelligence, AI, and what's going on with that, really asking what we can do with these fires. And right now they're even looking at AI, asking how the universe was being built.
Mm-hmm.
We should really, anybody here is into artificial intelligence using ChatGPT, Claude, Proxy. I get into all of them. Please contact me. I've been really deep down the AI world. I've been writing and really understanding the tools that it's being used for. And I've been part of some AI groups for quite a long time. And I'm going to be offering the same services to our community up here in BC and Canada, some close friends. So little masterminds get together on Saturdays and just be able to kind of really just take it to the next level. And what can we do right now to help that next little future of the next gens? Right, the Gen Zs meet the OGs. Someone was saying,
"Why not? It's a hell of a good marketing ploy." Yeah,
from these next gens, from the younger generation, and what they're getting everything handed on a silver plate. It's like, here you go. We're like, okay, I'll do that crap. So it's beautiful to see what they have. But where is it going, and how can we actually even make it better?
Mm-hmm. Well, and John, you have your study group once a month where people can come in and access your knowledge in almost a one-on-one.
I do a private. It is not videotaped or nothing. It is played. It's done. It's over. It just goes. I record it. I keep it. I might use a piece of that in the future for some some talks and stuff that I'm doing and really explain certain things. So. But it is not something that I'm putting on YouTube live that you can watch because a lot of people don't want to be on video. And if they don't want to be on video and I do use a piece of it, it will never be them in there. So we normally have like a dozen people. It's been quite fun, actually. There's been some regulars and we're getting it so we can have more people attend now.
Cool.
So look forward to that. Last Sunday of every month, 4:20 p.m. No, it goes till 6. Depending. So I try to give, I don't want to spend hours because of course you got to wait till next Sunday, right? I got to bring you back. Good to have a few people coming back over and over to get some of the responses and then seeing what they've actually been able to do in their garden. And it's just simply adjusting. Most of the talks are on the book LEDs, the keys to your growing future. So it's about setting light height and understanding their DLI, VPD, and then looking at how I use vamping, and I use like a dimming cycle in order to produce that like clouds in the sky, and then looking at where we are in the growing cycle, because you want to use like a summer sun in this when the plant is seed. You don't want to use a seed sun when the plant is in full sun. Right. Mm-hmm. So understanding the different light ratios to your daily light integrals, which I talk in the book, is I have my own light cycle and how I ramp down, and just being able to talk more about that, of what I've been able to experience in my growth over the years, and then be able to actually learn from other people who have the same experiences or different experiences that I haven't been able to have because they have a different light, and it's cool to understand it. So it's a good way to educate one another. So join me. Go to my website, johnberfelo.com. It's right on the main page on my homepage. And you can just join, questions live. It's a calendar appointment. Click it, link. It sends a link. You get a message. Everybody's happy. Ask a question. So if you have a question, please ask beforehand so they can be pre-ready for your question. Mm-hmm. So it's ask a question. If you have any questions, please come and ask. There you guys go. Just allow me to share that, Ken, again. And Mr. Toad, for just being awesome over there, but I'm pretty sure you're working away. You're busy.
I'm answering some emails and stuff.
Well, and people are asking what you're growing, Tony, and somebody mentioned that you're on the Chris Guerrero show constantly. And you can go there and ask those questions as well.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of. See, I've got 11 girls outside in big pots. There's the Mac 1 Space Cheese. I've got my Ghost of Candida, which is a high CBD line. My Totally Haze, also a high CBD line. I've got Ghost OG Backcross 2 I made. The Ghost of Headband out there. There's the Ghost of One Hitter Quitter. Got 3 different one-hitter quitters going.
And most of that's available on Daga Seeds, guys. So you can check that out.
Myself. I made everything out there. There's only one plant in my garden that I did not create, and that would be the Pure Kush. That's very, very similar to Bubba. Just a slight different twist on them. They're both related, but they I feel like that Pure Kush is just a slightly bit better for some medicinal reasons. So that one's been staying around. I just got it tested for different viruses and viroids. All my plants are clean. That plant just came back clean for 8 viruses and hoplite viroid also.
Well, that's good. That's what people need to understand is, those are out there and we need to deal with them. And the seeds that you're buying, if the person's testing or not, I think that should be in the advertising for when people are selling their seeds as well.
That's what I'm trying.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 minutes left, guys. Just to let you know, those people that are on from FCP, Future Cannabis Project, we got Smiley's Garden on with Leighton. We're not sure if Av is going to be making it, and then Av's on holidays for a little bit. He's going to India. After that, as I was saying, I've got Mark Karen from Spirit Plant Medicine this evening coming on to talk about the conference in Vancouver. And then I've got Leah Oram, the lady that is into the fulvic and humic acid, coming on with Andy and myself on Wednesday. The Sun and the Moon has Brandon Rust coming on with Alex and Luna on Thursday. And then next Monday, we've got Michael DeLedge, probably pronouncing that wrong, from Impello on with Leighton. And of course, we got the OG's Power Hour in the Monday. So do you guys have anything else? John, you were mentioning you had some stuff coming up, I think this weekend even.
Yeah, we're just doing the event this weekend at Tyler Atkins' place. That'll be in North Vancouver. So that'll be happening. We also have pop fights happening at the end of the month. I'll be at the Canada Golf Classic, hanging out on the boat cruise tomorrow. It'll be kind of cool meeting some like-minded individuals in the industry and saying hi, doing some book signings, just hanging out, meet some new people.
Cool.
Kind of cool. And then, of course, September. Well, I don't know what's happening in September yet. October, we grow up, of course. So definitely there's a voting in there. So you guys go open and vote. There's the best influencer. We got best products. You got best flowers, best everything. Get in there and vote for all your favorite friends. So make sure you do that. It's going to be really important we get that on there. So it's, you know what? Just stay focused, guys. Have a great week. Keep growing.
Okay, guys. Tony, you got something to say, brother?
Just respect, man. Y'all have a good one.
And if you want to find Tony, FCP3 on the Chris Guerrero show. He's on there pretty much daily.
Over on Guerrero Grows channel, actually. Guerrero Grows channel.
Okay.
And you can find my gear over on Dogger Garden or hit me up direct at filiophil@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, with that, we're out. Peace out, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next week on the OG's Power Hour.